Welcome to the latest edition of Hematology Updates, covering breakthroughs in the past 2 weeks, brought to you by Lucid Quest. Fulcrum Therapeutics reported 12-week results from the 20-milligram cohort of the Phase 1b Pioneer study evaluating pociredir in severe sickle cell disease. In the open-label cohort of 12 evaluable patients, the therapy increased mean fetal hemoglobin from 7.1% to 19.3% and raised the proportion of F cells. Investigators also observed improvements in hemolysis markers and an increase in total hemoglobin of 1.1 grams per deciliter. No treatment-related serious adverse events were reported in the cohort. Bristol Myers Squibb announced positive top-line results from a registrational Phase 2 study of Reblozyl, or luspatercept, in adults with alpha-thalassemia. The study includes both non-transfusion-dependent and transfusion-dependent patient cohorts. The therapy met the primary endpoint in each group, demonstrating increased hemoglobin levels in non-transfusion-dependent disease and reductions in transfusion burden among transfusion-dependent patients. Key secondary endpoints were also achieved. Blackstone Life Sciences and Johnson & Johnson announced a co-funding agreement to support the development of bleximenib, an investigational oral menin inhibitor for acute myeloid leukemia. The collaboration will provide funding for both ongoing and future clinical trials as part of the broader development program. The agreement signals continued investment in targeted therapies designed to address genetically defined leukemia populations. Horizon Genomics received authorization from the European Medicines Agency to begin a Phase 2 clinical study of iadademstat in essential thrombocythemia. The IDEAL study will enroll adults who are resistant or intolerant to hydroxyurea and will be conducted in Spain. The trial will evaluate the LSD1 inhibitor over a treatment period of up to 24 weeks, with the option for an extension phase. Johnson & Johnson received United States FDA approval for the combination of TECVAYLI, also known as teclistamab, with Darzalex Faspro or daratumumab for adults with relapsed or refractory multiple myeloma who have received at least one prior line of therapy, including a proteasome inhibitor and an immunomodulatory agent. The approval was supported by results from the Phase 3 MajesTEC-3 study, which demonstrated improved progression-free survival and overall survival compared with standard regimens. 3-year overall survival reached 83.3% in the teclistamab plus daratumumab arm. Takeda and Protagonist Therapeutics announced that the United States FDA has accepted the new drug application for rusfertide in polycythemia vera and granted priority review. The filing is supported primarily by the Phase 3 Verify study, along with longer-term data from the Phase 2 Revive and Thrive studies. According to the companies, the Verify trial met its primary endpoint and all 4 key secondary endpoints. Agios announced that Pyrukynd, or mitapivat, has been approved in the United Arab Emirates for adults with alpha or beta thalassemia. The approval covers both non-transfusion-dependent and transfusion-dependent disease and is supported by results from the Phase 3 Energize and Energize-T studies. The company stated that mitapivat is currently the only approved therapy for this patient population in the United Arab Emirates. Hemab Therapeutics received Breakthrough Therapy Designation from the United States FDA for sutacimig for the prevention of bleeding episodes in patients with Glanzmann thrombasthenia. The designation is based on a Phase 1 and Phase 2 clinical data package. In the completed multiple ascending dose portion of the Phase 2 study, the company reported clinically meaningful reductions in bleeding events in this rare platelet disorder. Stay ahead in hematology research. Like, share, and subscribe for our updates. Visit lqventures.com or email us at info@lqventures.com for expert